Hi guys, thanks for joining me. Let's talk about the Champions League. We have got Inter Milan versus Arsenal being played on Tuesday night, 20th of January. Where has 2026 gone already? This Africa Nations Cup has really eaten up into the month, hasn't it? Well, we are back in the Champions League and Arsenal are going to be looking to extend their position at the top of that Champions League table. What we want, though, to be fair, is we need some players rested because we've got a big match at the end of the week, over the weekend, actually, versus Manchester United, who just beat Manchester City. They've got a new manager, and we literally need to get really steady. But because of how well we are doing in the Champions League, we need to sort of relax the way we approach this game. But then again, we don't want to lose it. We just need to have a tough 1-0 win away, or even a good draw will come in handy. We don't need to do too much. So in goal, I think we can expect to see Raya again. It's not like he does much, isn't it? I think we've gone the last 5 games. We haven't allowed a team. Is it 5 games anyway? We haven't allowed a team a shot on target or something. So we are pretty steady. The guy does very little in that position. Let's be honest. It's not exactly working very hard, is he? And that's probably why when he gets a proper shot at him, it's flapping a little bit. But regardless, Raya has been very good. Now, I want to see a back four of Timber, Saliba, Magalhaes, and Lewis Kelly, personally. I didn't like seeing Timber on the left wing, on the left back position. When we played Nottingham Forest, I didn't like it. I didn't think it helped us at all because he's better on that side. Although, again, Ben White is pretty good on that side. I think in this game, we can probably survive with Ben White there instead of Timber. Let him rest ready for the weekend because, he's also had a few niggles this season. And of course, like in the back four, maybe rest one of these guys, Gabriel or Saliba, and put in Norgard in there. I think we can probably manage to rest one of them. Whoever is a bit, is it Saliba who's a little bit, who just came back from injury? We should try and rest somebody. But I've heard that Calafiori and Hincapié are both out of commission. So that's the way it goes with Arsenal. That's the way it goes. So we've got options, right? Knowing Arteta, in that midfield, he might actually start Merino instead of Zubamendi, but he likes playing Zubamendi in most of his games. He finds that combination of Zubamendi, Rice, and Martin Odegaard very comforting. I think it's his comfort blanket. So we might see that. And everyone really complained about Martin Odegaard's performance versus Nottingham Forest. Either he needs a rest or he needs another game just to get him back in the groove ready for Manchester and take him out early in the 60th minute or something. But I'm really not fast. I think our midfield is pretty strong, whoever we put in there. I would love to see Eze start in that Odegaard position. I would love to see it. But Arteta has got his own thing going on at the moment. I don't want to question him. I did question him after the draw with Notts Forest. I did question him 100%, and I said I don't trust him. I don't. But that's because of the last few years. Come on. You know what I mean? My motto is, you only get beaten once, not twice, or 4 times the way it's going. I don't trust him, but I believe in him. I really believe that he is the man we need. So there's nothing that will get me Arteta out, despite my second game in the season wobble that I was ready to sack him. I've seen everything I need to see to believe that Arteta is going to win this trophy as well as the Premier League. 100%. He just needs to sort his head out in some games. But anyway, so I believe that midfield 3 of Dek, Martin Zubimendi and Martin Odegaard. But I would like to see Eze in there as well. Now, Leandro Trossard on the left, maybe not. Let's play Martinelli. Now, because I've been after Martinelli for such a long time, and I want to prove to you guys that it's not like trying to attack Martinelli. It's because I believe the Champions League is his tournament. These are the kinds of games he thrives in. So play instead of Leandro Trossard, we could definitely put Martinelli in just to show my loyalty. This guy is pretty good. It's just like the way football is played in the Premier League at the moment. It's really hard for him. And he had that chance against Nottingham Forest, but it was one chance. He needs like 3-4 chances every game to slot one in the Premier League. But in Champions League, they don't play that tight. Now, on the left, should we start Bukayo Saka or Noni? I think we should start Saka in this game, 100%. He needs match fitness. You guys, let us not lie to ourselves. We need players who are match fit. Bringing them on as subs doesn't help us over the weekend. He needs to start this game, Saka. Up front, should we start Jesus or Gyökeres? For me, it's always going to be Gyökeres to start every single game. I would rather even have, instead of Martinelli, in fact, instead of this, Zubamendi, I would rather see Jesus play there, whereas Martin and Declan do like that two defensive cover kind of thing. Okay, just Declan, and then Odegaard just up ahead. Then Saka drops down a little bit, play Jesus in there, and Gyökeres is up front. I think that combination could be interesting to watch as an experiment. But again, experimenting against Inter is pretty dumb. I don't know what he's going to do, but the fact is we are going to see a team soon enough. Now, likelihood, let's see how Inter are likely to line up. You've got Jan Sommer. I think this is the only team Inter who beat us last season as well in the Champions League group stages. Jan Bisek, Manuel Akanji, Alessandro Bastoni, then a midfield of Luis Enrique, Nicolo Barella, Peter Zelensky, Mkhitaryan. That's a name from the past. And then Federico Di Marco, and then Lorato Martinez and Marcus Thuram. These guys are heavy-duty guys. I reckon we need a back four which is solid with Saliba and Gabi. Even Norgard can handle them, I think. But yeah, it's going to be a solid injury. We've got I think our squad is pretty handy, because the only ones that are showing us injured on this live score thing is Nkapie and Calafiori and Max Diamond. So everybody else should be available, and we are going to have options to be able to manage this game, bring on winners and game changers as well. I am going to go for an Arsenal win or a draw. I'm not in the mood to start giving Arsenal too many props like 3-0 and stuff. I think it's unrealistic the way we are playing. I think the pressure is starting to mount with Arteta. He knows what he has to do. He knows he's under a lot of pressure to succeed. And there's that thing where you're at the finish line and you're self-sabotaging a bit. So I'm hoping he really resists that temptation to do that to himself and start a decent team so that we can win this match, even 1-0 or a draw. I think we should be okay, because we've got a priority. It's a Premier League match with Manchester United at the weekend. So yeah, I don't know what you guys think. Am I delusional? What do you think we are going to do in this fixture, which is at 8 p.m. on Tuesday night? The other teams that are going to be playing on Tuesday are going to be Kairat Almaty versus Brugge, Bodø Glimt versus Manchester City. It's an early game at 5:45. In fact, the Almaty one is at 3:30, which is crazy. I'm going to go for a Man City away win. They're definitely going to play their newer players, the Semenyos and maybe McGahey as well. Then, of course, we've got Napoli going away to Copenhagen. Then Olympiacos versus Leverkusen. Let's see. Real Madrid will play Monaco. Sporting will play PSG. Spurs will play Borussia Dortmund. And Ajax will be going to Villarreal. On Wednesday, we've got another crazy set of fixtures. So we've got Galatasaray versus Atlético Madrid at 5:45, as well as Qarabağ versus Frankfurt. Atalanta versus Club Athletic, which is Bilbao to you and me, because, Bayern Munich versus Union Saint-Gilloise, we should expect like a 7-0 scoreline here, right? But football is not always that predictable. We have been here before, haven't we? Chelsea will be playing Paphos. Chelsea should win this comfortably. They've got a new coach, Liam Rosinia, who, to be honest, I think is going to do all right, I think he's going to do all right. The Arsenal game, the game we played versus Chelsea, Arsenal-Chelsea in the Carabao Cup, there were sparks there which I thought, what? This guy can change a game. He was making changes in that game which destabilized Arsenal, and that doesn't happen often. They scored 2 against us. That is very rare. And then this game is going to be super tough for Liverpool because they'll be going to Marseille. Are they going to win? I'm not sure, because Liverpool have been drew to Burnley. But I should think they should be able to win this. They should be motivated because they're certainly outsiders for the Premier League. Juventus, Benfica, Newcastle will be entertaining Eindhoven, and then Barcelona will be going to Prague to face Slavia Prague. So those are the games that are happening on Tuesday and Wednesday in the Champions League. Who do you think are going to be the winners? Who do you think are going to be the losers? Let us have a look now at the way the table looks before the fixtures start. Arsenal have won all their games so far. 6 out of 6. We lead the pack, 3 points ahead of Bayern Munich. So we can definitely afford to draw the one against Inter. So basically, it's going to be really interesting. I can't wait to watch Bayern and PSG as well to see how well they do, as well as Manchester City. So far, Arsenal should relax, but they should definitely be solid enough to protect their injury crisis thingy, but solid enough to get a narrow win away to Inter Milan. Make it as dour as possible, Teta. No one's going to criticize you. Right, so that is my Champions League preview. You guys, Arsenal to win, Bayern Munich to win, PSG, don't care, Manchester City to win, and everyone else will have a look. Let me know what you think. I can't wait, and we'll talk after the game between Inter Milan and Arsenal. See you guys. Bye-bye.